Hello. In a previous video, we saw how to add these horizontal geometry points to the profile. Now you can see these labels are not looking nice because it is going everywhere and the text size looks higher and it's not good in the visual terms at this stage. So now I am going to modify this label so that it gives a more nice view. So before modifying, we need to understand three things. That is marker, line, and label for the text. So if you consider this label here, this circle is the marker and this is a line that is connected to the center of the marker, or otherwise it is connected to the exact location of the geometry point. And here we have the text which represent the geometry point notation and the station or the chainage. So now we are going to look at how to change this. Now I select my profile labels which represent the geometry point, go to edit label group, then I select this horizontal geometry point, I go to style and I select this one and go to edit current selection. Now as I said earlier, you have this line, then the marker and the horizontal geometry point. So in our case the marker is maybe a little bit higher in radius and line is a little bit longer and the text is higher, maybe the text size is larger. So now I have this line, my fixed length, it is 30. In this case I change it to 20. So you can see a preview here. Then I go to my marker and it is, we have a block height of 2.5. So if I zoom here, I change it to 1. Now you can see it is smaller now. Then I move on to the horizontal geometry. So I need to make this text smaller. So I go to this text contents. Before going to text contents, I change this one to maybe 1 millimeter. And contents, click here. So if you see the label here, first one represent the geometry point text. That means the begin profile or begin point, uh, tangent to curve like that, midpoint of curve, these mid notations, and the station value. So if you want the stations in 3 decimal places, let us say, click here and add to this side. So you have to select this thing and do the modification. Now we have the changes in for the stations in 3 decimal places. I click OK and I have completed all of the modifications by now. I click here OK and again and click apply. Now you can see we have a more viewable geometry points and much more clear, but you have to notify that when you are going to plot these things, sometimes these things may be much more smaller, so we have to take care of that as well when you are modifying the style. But I'm doing this thing to get a better view and to tell you how to modify the label style. So I click OK. Now you can see we have a much better looking uh, alignment geometry points on the profile.